Okay, so hello everyone. This is the second video lecture of dynamic programming playlist. In this video, we are going to solve another two problems of dynamic programming. And the first problem we are going to solve is minimum cost climbing stairs. Okay, let me read the problem statement first. You are given an integer array cost where cost of I is the cost of ith step on a staircase. Once you pay the cost, you can either climb one step or two steps. You can either start from the step 0 or step 1. Return the minimum cost to reach the top of the floor. Okay, so 10, 15 and 20. 10, 15, 20 and index 0, 1, 2. Initially I am standing at 0. Either I can start from 0 or either I can start from 1. If I start with 0, then I have to pay the price of rupees 10, and either I can climb to first index or second index. If I pay 10 rupees, the optimal way to do the steps is to gain 20 rupees. So if I start with 0th index, I have to pay 30 rupees. But if I start with first index, then I have to pay only 15 rupees. Then I can reach to the top of the floor by moving two steps ahead. Okay, so the optimal way to do it is to start with first index. To start with first index. In order to solve the problem statement, first we have to define the states of the DP. Uh, now states of the DP. DP of I is the total cost to reach the ith index from 0 till I. Now the states has been defined. Here comes the most important part, transition. Let me explain the transition. Uh, suppose there is three indexes with the A, B and C, 1, 2, 3. If I'm standing on the first index, I can reach to the second index and third index with the cost of A. It means A plus I can reach V of I plus 1 or A plus V of I plus 2. So now here comes the transition states. uh, dp of I is the minimum of A plus V of I plus 1 and A plus V of I plus 2. So now the final answer will be look like this. Let me raise the part. The final answer is minimum of dp of 0 comma dp of 1. The answer stored in dp of 0 and dp of 1. Yes, let me quickly code this part. Okay, so we will define n cost dot size and we will define the dp vector of n plus 2 size initializing with 0. We can run a loop from backwards. I is equals to n minus 1 till 0, and first we have to take the v cost of I plus v of I plus 1 and b is equals to cost of I plus v of I plus 2. Yes, and dp of I minimum of a comma b. Return minimum of dp 0 and dp of 1. n minus 2, n minus 1. Okay, let me run this. V. Okay, so this is a cost. Um, okay, dp. Okay, accepted. Let's submit this code. Accept. Okay, so now we are going to solve the second problem of this video, and the problem name is house robber. This is very interesting and very important question, and this question is almost asked in every company, and this is very famous problem. So let me read the problem statement. You are a professional robber planning to rob houses, and each houses has a certain amount of money. The only constraint stopping you from rob each of them is that adjacent houses have security system connected, and it will automatically contact the police if two adjacent houses were broken into the same night. Given an integer array nums and representing the amount of money of each houses, and return the maximum amount of money you can rob in tonight. Okay, so let's understand the problem. Let's understand the test case. Just a second. So there are five houses: one, two, three, four, and five. If I rob this house, then I cannot rob second index house. If I rob the third index house, then I cannot rob fourth index house. That is the constraint of this problem. So we have to maximize the sum of AIs and get the maximum possible answer. I think the problem statement is clear to everyone. Now we are going to move the solution. In order to solve the problem statement, first we have to define the states of the DP. Okay, so let's understand the states of DP. Excel draw. Okay. Basically, DP of I represents total amount of money robbed till ith house. Like, I can take it example 27931, 27931, 27931. So DP of I represents the total amount of money robbed till the ith index. It means DP of I stored the amount of money, like I can rob this house, I can rob this house. Okay, so we cannot rob adjacent house as we already discussed in the problem statement. So until this index we can rob what is the maximum amount of money I can get till the ith index we will store in a DP of I. So uh, here it comes the most important part. What is the transition? So let's understand the transition part. I will एक minute. Just a second guys. A B C D E F G H. Suppose these are my houses. Okay, if I rob this house, I will not able to rob this house, right? Okay, so this is my first option. I will rob this house and I will move I plus ith index to I plus 2 index. Okay, this is my first option. So so what is my second option? Second option is that I will skip this house and I will move to the bth house. Okay, so these are my two options to find out what is the total amount of money robbed till the ith index. Okay, got it. Let me write this pseudocode. uh, we can first not take and move to the dp of I minus 1 only. Okay, if we take this element v of index, then we can move dp of index I minus 2. Okay, then in the dp of I we have to store maximum of take and not take. Yes, that's it. So what is the maximum possible answer for this problem? Now we have to find the maximum. What is the final answer of this problem? Final answer to the problem is stored in dp of n. dp of n, or we can say n minus 1 because of 0 base indexing. Yes, we can do also one base indexing. Nothing will change. Okay, so this is one option left. One thing is left. What is the base case of this? Like we okay, so let's think upon base cases. If n is equals to 1, it means only one house, right? So we can drop it directly, like we will return v of 0. Okay, so this is the maximum. If n is equals to 2, like there are two houses a and b. Now I will think about it. Either I can rob house a, or either I can rob house b. Okay, so what is the maximum of a comma b? We will return it. Return maximum of a comma b. For n is equals to 1, return v of 0. For n is equals to 2, maximum of a comma b. Okay, so for 3, we can run this state, all this, and we will find the maximum possible answer. So let's move into the code. I will show you my code. So this is the vector size stored in an n variable. If n is equals to 1, return v of 0. If n is equals to 2, return maximum of v0 and v1. Okay, we will declare the dp size vector initializing with n 0. dp of 0 is equals to v0. Okay, as we discussed in a base case. Okay, so I will run a loop from 2 to till n. Okay, this is the non-take part as we discussed earlier. This is a take part. We can copy the previous state. Then we will take the maximum of these two and store it in dp of index and return dp of n minus 1. Yes, thank you very much guys. Okay.